Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our channel, the place where we uncover hidden secrets, shocking scandals, and untold backstage stories about the British royal family. In that dazzling and opulent world, there are things the media spotlight never reaches. And today we will lift that curtain together with an extremely shocking piece of news. Doctors confirm. Prince William makes final decision to save King Charles and Prince Harry. It sounds like the script of a TV drama, but this is a reality shaking the entire royal family. A severe health crisis, not only threatening the king's life, but also pushing the already fractured relationship between his two sons, William and Harry, to an irreversible crossroads. In this context, William, who has always borne the responsibility of succeeding to the throne, is forced to step up, and for the first time in years, make a final decision. A decision not only aimed at saving his father's physical health, but also possibly saving the fractured soul of the royal family. But the story doesn't stop there. Let's take a deeper look at the three main characters in this tense drama. King Charles III, the aging monarch battling the shadow of illness. Prince Harry, the prodigal son who left the family in bitterness. And in the middle of those two worlds, Prince William, the heir to the throne, now struggling to maintain a fragile balance between national duty and familial bonds. What compelled William to make such a bold decision? Could this be an opportunity to heal the deep rift between Harry and the family? Or is it a strategic move to protect the royal family's shaky image in the public's eyes? Can William save both his father and his brother while maintaining stability for the throne he will inherit? Remember, what we are about to explore may only be the tip of a hidden iceberg. A fictional story, but one that reflects real conflicts, real pain, in a family that seems perfect on the surface. Now let's dive deeper with me into what is truly happening behind the closed doors of the Windsor royal family. King Charles III, the monarch who waited the longest in British history, officially ascended the throne at an age when many would consider retirement. Crowned at 70, Charles not only inherited the crown, but also shouldered the responsibility of modernizing the monarchy in an era full of turmoil and crises. He did not have the easy start that his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, enjoyed. Right as he stepped into his new role, Charles faced heavy challenges, scandals shaking the royal family's image, internal divisions, and increasing pressure from global media. Recently, concerns about the king's health have continued to cast a shadow over the royal family's future. In 2024, international media widely reported that Charles was undergoing cancer treatment, information never fully confirmed officially, but enough to spark deep concerns. Nevertheless, Charles continued to appear in public with a calm demeanor, striving to maintain stability and consistently demonstrating his commitment to serving the nation. But everyone understands that behind that resilient exterior is a king struggling under a double burden, fighting personal challenges while preserving the monarchy's image in an era of skepticism and criticism. In this picture, the strained relationship between Charles and his youngest son, Prince Harry, further complicates matters. Harry and Meghan's departure left a wound that has yet to heal in the family, and beyond that, it shook public trust in the royal family's unity. Charles, despite repeatedly expressing a desire for reconciliation, has been unable to fully bridge the growing distance between him and his second son. In this context, Prince William, the heir to the throne, emerges as a steadfast pillar. Charles is forced to place great trust in William, not only as the successor to the throne, but also as a symbol of the British monarchy's future. William's stable and beloved presence becomes a powerful shield, helping the king navigate the current storms. In an unequal battle against time illness and public pressure, Charles III steadfastly steers the royal ship. But behind every smile for the cameras, every calm speech is a king wrestling, not only to hold onto the throne, but also to preserve historical legacies in a world that is no longer what it once was. Under the mounting pressure from both health and royal duties, King Charles III is forced to look beyond himself to ensure the monarchy's future. And in that picture, we cannot overlook another figure, a once vital link, now deeply estranged, Prince Harry. Once one of the most beloved figures in the British royal family, Prince Harry grew up under the global spotlight with the image of a youthful, impulsive, yet passionate prince. However, Harry's journey took a turn no one expected. In 2020, in a move that shocked the world, Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, announced they were stepping back from royal duties, leaving England to start a new life in the United States. That decision not only sparked an unprecedented wave of controversy, but also left a deep crack in family relationships, particularly with his father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William in the U.S. Harry quickly dove into high-profile media projects from a Netflix documentary series to memoirs that stirred public uproar. Each story, each revelation Harry shared seemed to widen the gap between him and the royal family. His public criticisms of how the family treated him, accusations of indifference and prejudice, turned Harry from a hero into the center of heated debates. For King Charles and Prince William, these actions were not only a private pain, but also a threat to the image and stability of the British monarchy. In this picture, a fictional scenario is introduced to highlight Harry's fragility. Life far from home, relentless media pressure, and isolation from family have plunged Harry into a severe health crisis. A prolonged state of psychological stress, possibly leading to undisclosed medical consequences, is silently eroding the physical and mental strength of the once vibrant prince. In his most vulnerable moment, despite all the discord, what Harry needs more than ever is support from the loved ones he turned his back on. The distance, misunderstandings, and unhealed wounds are pushing Harry into a more fragile world than ever before. And now the question arises, will the British royal family be magnanimous enough to extend a hand to save their wayward son before it's too late? In the fractured picture of the British royal family, another name stands out as an unshakable pillar: Prince William. As the heir to the throne, William has proven himself a model of balance between royal responsibilities, a happy family life, with Kate Middleton and their 3 children, and the pressure of expectations from millions of watchful eyes. Not only taking on the role of representing a new generation, William is also gradually shouldering greater responsibilities as King Charles III's health shows signs of decline. He has become a trusted right hand, the one at the forefront maintaining stability during a time when the royal family faces numerous storms. Above all, William is expected to ease the persistent tensions within the family, a task requiring patience, wisdom, and most importantly, forgiveness. However, behind that calm exterior, William carries unspoken conflicts. His heart remains that of a brother who once loved and protected Harry like his own shadow. Yet his duty to the monarchy demands a firmness, a boundary that sometimes even family ties cannot cross. He is torn between the obligation to preserve the royal family's image and the desire to mend the broken bonds with his estranged brother. A silent but profoundly painful battle. And now, as new crises loom, people wonder, can Prince William, with his unwavering loyalty, find a path to save both the monarchy's image and heal the heart of his own family? As Prince William strives to balance royal duty and challenging familial bonds, an unexpected blow arrives, forcing him to make unprecedented decisions. The king's private doctors have issued a grave announcement. Charles's health is deteriorating rapidly beyond what the public previously knew. Although Charles tried to continue his royal duties after initial cancer diagnoses, new complications have emerged requiring urgent medical intervention. The king's precarious state is no longer just a personal issue, but a direct threat to the stability and image of the British monarchy. But that's not all. As William is still reeling from the news about his father, another urgent report arrives from across the Atlantic at Kensington Palace. Prince Harry, his estranged brother, has suffered an unexpected health setback, possibly due to accumulated psychological stress or even a serious accident during his time in the U.S. The initial details are vague, but the severity cannot be underestimated. If the family does not act swiftly, the chance to reconcile with Harry forever may be lost. In this context, an emergency meeting is convened in the dead of night at Kensington Palace. The atmosphere in the meeting room is heavy, filled only with the sound of flipping papers, anxious whispers, and the furrowed brows of senior advisors. All eyes turn to William, the heir to the throne now placed in a position no one but he can shoulder. He faces 2 parallel crises: saving the father who carries the monarchy's future and salvaging the fragile final bond with the brother who was once as close as blood. The pressure of time is like a blade pressed against his throat. Doctors warn that every hour could shift the outcome, that any hesitation could lead to irreversible consequences. For William, this decision is no longer just about himself. It is about honor, family, and the entire Windsor dynasty. And as the emergency meeting room's door closes, as all eyes focus on the Prince of Wales standing solemnly in his dark suit, history holds its breath. What will William do to save the 2 people dearest to him and the future of the throne he is destined to inherit? In that stifling atmosphere when the monarchy seems to hang by fragile threads, Prince William realizes he cannot just stand by. He must act, immediately and with the full weight of his heart. After moments of contemplation in the softly lit room of Kensington Palace, William makes a bold decision, a dual intervention unprecedented in the recent history of the royal family. First, William directs the mobilization of the nation's top medical team, the finest experts in oncology and intensive care, to focus all efforts on treating King Charles. He demands constant updates on every development, ready to approve even the boldest interventions as long as they can preserve the king's health and spirit. This dedication is not only the duty of a son, but also the commitment of an heir to the throne's future. But the harder part lies ahead. William knows that even if he saves Charles, a monarchy fractured by a divided family cannot endure. So despite the lingering pain from years of public attacks by his brother, he decides to set aside personal pride. William personally picks up the phone to call Harry. A private call. No advisors, no secretaries, just two brothers who were once inseparable, now standing at opposite ends of an ocean and two different worlds. That phone call, as described by an insider, was a tearful negotiation. William, with a voice trembling but resolute, does not dwell on past grievances, but emphasizes one thing: the family must be together now or never again. He convinces Harry that their father's health allows no delay and that he, William, has arranged everything for Harry to return to England, discreetly avoiding media scrutiny, focusing solely on family. It was not easy for Harry to agree. On the other end of the line, long silences and heavy sighs resounded. But in the end, the heart prevailed over reason. In that moment, the two brothers, though separated by thousands of miles and countless wounds, found a shared rhythm again, the rhythm of blood and memories. A plan was drawn up within hours. Harry would take a discreet flight back to England with a minimal security team. His return, at least for now, would not be for the press or the public, but for the family, for the gravely ill father and the brother who just salvaged the last sacred bond between them in the dim light of a winter London night. As the wind blows through the ancient corridors of the palace, the fate of the Windsor royal family is once again staked on love, forgiveness, and the most fragile hopes. In the silent reunion amidst the cold stone walls of the Royal Hospital, the story is not yet over. It is only beginning a new, more complex and fragile chapter. Despite exhaustion from continuous treatments, King Charles III cannot hide the grateful look he directs at his two sons. Harry's presence, once deemed unthinkable, has sparked a faint glimmer of hope amid the storm. Yet beneath that emotional surface, Charles cannot fully relax. He knows well Harry's return, if discovered by the media, will not only stir public sentiment, but could also ignite a frenzy of press, thrusting the family back into the eye of a rumor storm. For his part, Harry stands by his father's bedside, his heart filled with intertwined emotions. There were moments when he considered turning away, locking himself in old unhealed wounds. But then William's gaze, the sincere silence and the frail state of their aging father kept him there. Though unable to forget past hurts, Harry, for the first time in years, feels an invisible thread slowly reconnecting, signaling a fragile possibility of thawing between him and the family. However, outside the ancient stone walls of the royal family, the world does not stay silent. Within hours, rumors of this unexpected reunion begin to leak like uncontrollable undercurrents. Sensational headlines flood the media. William saves the royal family. Harry returns to his father. A reunion or a PR stunt? Social media erupts in debate with clear factions. One side rejoices in hopes of reconciliation, while the other suspects it's all a carefully calculated media move to salvage the monarchy's shaky image. Amid those overwhelming waves of public opinion, the royal family faces a challenge greater than illness, the challenge of keeping their most fragile moments from being crushed by the colossal media machine out there. And for William, who staked everything on this gamble, the biggest question still lingers. Can he truly save his family, or is he merely igniting a new fire this time, blazing from the very heart of the royal family? Yet to fully grasp the significance of this moment, we cannot look only at the present, for the history of the British royal family has long been a tapestry woven with both glory and painful fractures. The shocking abdication of King Edward VIII in 1936, when he relinquished the throne for love with an American woman, Wallis Simpson, left a deep scar on the monarchy. Then the subtle tensions between Queen Elizabeth II and her sister, Princess Margaret, proved that even family bonds could not escape the heavy pressures of the throne. And more recently, the tragedy of Charles Diana Camilla, a tangled love story exposed to the world, once plunged the royal family into one of the worst crises of public trust in the 20th century. Thus, family conflict has never been unfamiliar in royal history, but in the modern era, the challenges they face have become far more intense. The monarchy's existence now relies not on absolute power, but on something far more fragile, the trust and affection of the public. Round-the-clock media, social networks, and watchful eyes everywhere have turned even the smallest crack into a media earthquake. In this context, Prince William's role, not only as the heir to the throne, but also as a symbol of unity and stability, becomes more crucial than ever. And it is here that William's bold decision, reaching out to Harry, reconciling with Charles, is not just an act driven by family sentiment. It is also a strategic move reflecting a delicate blend of duty to the throne and a personal desire to heal wounds that have never fully closed in his family's heart. In the moment William chooses unity over punishment, love over resentment, he not only saves his family, but also quietly lays the first stones for the future of the British monarchy in the 21st century. However, behind that seemingly emotional decision, Prince William still faces an immense pressure that not everyone sees. On his shoulders is not only love for his father and brother, but also the duty to protect the monarchy's reputation, an institution he will inherit in the near future. William is forced to balance absolute loyalty to King Charles, managing the risky reintegration of Harry, and a critical task, safeguarding the royal family's image from any further scandals that could erupt from this return. This shows that William acts not only with his heart, but also with sharp strategic thinking. He understands that in the eyes of the public and global media, every move now carries symbolic weight. By saving both his father and brother, William not only strives to mend family fractures, but also sends a powerful message. The British royal family remains united, steadfast despite external storms. He does not let negative narratives about a fractured family continue to erode the already fragile foundation of public trust. At the same time, this journey marks a significant step in William's growth. From a brother who once fiercely protected Harry in their youth, he is now transforming into a future king, one who prioritizes the kingdom's greater good over personal hurts. In William, we see a symbol of loyalty, patience, and inner strength, qualities essential for the one who will bear the British throne in the years to come. Following the bold decisions William has made, Harry's return could be a rare opportunity to open deep conversations between him, Charles, and William, dialogues that could play a pivotal role in healing family ties. However, while the opportunity for reconciliation has emerged, its success is far from guaranteed. Old wounds do not heal easily, and tensions among royal family members may persist for a long time. Harry's return is not just a personal decision, but also faces significant barriers. His life in the U.S., where he and Meghan have built a family and launched their own media projects, makes any move to return subject to close scrutiny, not only by critics, but also by the public. Moreover, Meghan's stance, the wife who has always supported her husband in major decisions, does not always align with Harry's desire to mend family ties. This creates considerable tension, especially when public expectations about how they should behave in this situation further complicate the picture. Nevertheless, William's decision, as we have seen, is a hopeful and courageous step. It is an expression of faith in family and the monarchy that despite internal crises, the British royal family can remain resilient, steadfast in facing all storms, and most importantly, that the spirit of unity, though difficult, remains intact. While William's decision to intervene and salvage the situation may be seen as an act of deep loyalty to his father and brother, one cannot help but question the true intent behind this move. Is he truly acting out of genuine concern for Charles's health and Harry's condition? Or is there a calculated element involved in the context of health crises threatening the monarchy's stability? The fragility of the institution is clear under the light of these storms. From another perspective, it cannot be denied that William's actions may also be seen as a strategy to bolster the royal family's image. Intervening in both Charles's health and reconciling with Harry is not only a humane act, but also a tactic to control the royal narrative, preventing issues from escalating or turning into scandals. Thus, William's decision can be viewed as a blend of personal sentiment and strategic calculation. The monarchy's stability, as well as the royal family's image, are critical factors William must protect. Both issues, Charles's health and the relationship with Harry, are sensitive matters that could cause significant disruption if not handled carefully. In this context, William's decision can be understood as a calculated yet loyal act, reflecting both responsibility to his family and the monarchy. William's decision is not just a family matter, but could also become a defining factor in restoring public trust in the royal family. By stepping up to lead and reconcile during the monarchy's crisis, William can portray an image of a relatable and united royal family, contrasting with past narratives of division. This could create a positive shift in how the public perceives the monarchy, showing that despite challenges, the royal family can stand firm and maintain stability. However, the risks are significant. Harry's return, though symbolic of reconciliation, could invite increased media scrutiny. Any misstep could easily become fodder for new debates, and any mistake could expose further discord within the royal family. The monarchy has endured many challenges, and a wrong move at this time could erode the trust William is striving to build. In the long term, the success of reconciliation will solidify William's reputation as a capable future king, one who can lead the monarchy through turbulent times. But conversely, if this effort fails, or if the royal family cannot overcome its issues, the public may grow skeptical about the monarchy's relevance in a modern society. Thus, as the heir, William faces not only a personal challenge, but also a pivotal turning point for the royal family's future. William's decisive action to save both Charles and Harry amidst health crises highlights his role as a bridge between royal duty and family. This is a critical moment in William's life, as he not only faces the responsibility of preserving the royal family, but also making things more harmonious than ever. Though the official heir, William cannot simply maintain the monarchy's strong image without confronting the human issues behind it. With a father in declining health and an estranged brother with unhealed wounds in family relationships, William now bears the responsibility for both the institution and family emotions, a task made more complex as the monarchy's stability is threatened from multiple fronts. The monarchy, renowned for its steadfastness and immutability, reveals through William's story the human struggles behind its glamorous facade. This is not just about Charles's health, not just about public disputes with Harry, but also about family reconciliation, about preserving the royal legacy in a modern world where old values face constant change. These issues are not easy, and naturally there is no precise formula to resolve them. However, William's actions reflect a conscious choice about his duty as he decides not only to maintain family stability, but also the monarchy itself. What must William do to overcome all these barriers? As Charles's health worsens and the relationship with Harry is threatened by past wounds, can he succeed in mending these fractures? His actions are not just about addressing immediate issues, but also a significant step in demonstrating leadership, the ability to guide the royal family into a new challenging era. Yet the difficulties he faces are immense. If Harry returns, will old conflicts be resolved, or will they only heighten tensions? Can the unity William is striving to build endure in the face of public debates and relentless media attention? With all these factors, a question emerges: can William truly heal the royal family? At this moment, will Harry's return, though emotional and symbolic, strengthen or destabilize the monarchy? And most importantly, is this the dawn of a new era under William's leadership? As he faces the greatest challenge of his life, not only protecting his family, but also redefining the future of the British monarchy in today's age. These questions may take years to answer, but one thing is certain: William's actions today will shape much of the British monarchy's future. This story is not just about bold decisions or leadership in crisis, but also an emotional challenge demanding that William be not only a worthy heir, but also a son, a brother, a leader who can guide his family through the greatest storms. The outcome of these decisions will not only affect the monarchy, but also determine how the public perceives the royal family in the 21st century. Success or failure, it all rests in William's hands, and we can only wait to see whether this will be his great leap forward or merely a fragile moment of hope. Thank you for watching today's video. Prince William's decision is undoubtedly a major step, but is it a calculated strategy or from the heart? Should Harry return to reconcile with the royal family, will the monarchy be stronger under William's leadership, or is this a new challenge he must face? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below the video, and share your opinions. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to not miss exciting royal stories and upcoming videos. We will continue to bring you information, analysis, and untold secrets from the palace. Thank you for joining us, and see you in the next videos.